ngarang ki matang so ikitang brief masang to sage ko koi party na ngarang ko se ngarang thui ba Iran said this is the continuation of the same problem that started on 3rd May. Tongan ubigano boko. There has been a suspicion on security establishment. Police to thazade natra. Central security to thazade. Sum taula avane base. That the loss of trust on security establishment since the beginning, whether it is Manipur police or Indian Army or Central Security Forces, they have lost trust. That I saw yesterday on the ground again. Moigi deployment right, you know, this is barely a few meters away. I wish Daina Sigi veranda, the distance would be almost like that, where the deployment is and the houses were burning here. I had a video taken, petrol, pirate chamber, everything is visible. There are security services right near the division headquarters. Manipur Army Armed Forces ki division ani le maam jo khangbe rangone ko 57 Mountain Division ne South IGR never. Both are division after never ko. Huge establishment. Adugi right near never, but I ngarang villages dagi hangak pada. This is the 6th time it has happened since the beginning of the crisis. The first one happened May 28th, so 29th it happened there also. GOC was having a conversation with Kuki civil society and Meitei throughout. Till 29, nothing happened, and the GOC seemingly told them that you are safe, nothing will happen, blah, blah, blah. But when it happened, they said, no, we can't control this, it's out of hand. The same thing was said. So this is the repetition. That's why I'm saying this is part of the same problem. 23rd ki haurakib dugi continuity niko. I first one, aduga second. Ngarang urei se right in front of them never mai chai se. Sida koi na couple of questions mahang baya. 29th me the chak question si army headquarters se sida lei lo biro ko. It burns here, it burns here, it burns here, it burns here like this. So akoi ngarang to is na outermost never sum changjal ai never so na kan. And the question is, who gave the permission for the rally? There is no official permission. Marangla Army say rally has come all the way. It has never happened till that place. Highly Mafam Maite used to go. Because there's a post since nothing had happened. There were GR later another deployment, and there's 18 Punjab recently. It's a huge disappointment. Moye right in front, but I have heard very unfortunate stories from the villagers. Irresponsibility, incompetence, indicating those things, villagers have told, and they have video recordings and all of that. And I went there and they didn't even have the courtesy of coming or contacting. That's a kind of an attitude. So a lot of people say, sir, aapke saath ye hota, so just think about the civilians. In MP ke saath ye bartav aise hota, then you think about their attitude towards the common people. So I can feel it yesterday. Some general civilians are telling. A lot of people said, you know, ye hua, they didn't respond. Ulta, they were stopping on them. So this is the first thing. Kana anna permission, Pirat certainly know who gave the permission for the rally. Do you get it? Moin Haina army knew about this, everything they knew. That's a mistrust that people have it. And then yesterday incident has again added to the loss of trust among civilians on security personnel. It's very unfortunate. Whatever happened is not only the bankruptcy of the political leadership sitting in Delhi or here, but it is also a blot on security establishment, on Indian security establishment, including, unfortunately, Indian Army. Not every, as an organization, you know the quality of officers, Indian Army is known across the globe. But I don't sense that quality yesterday when I was going there. The kind of lack of etiquettes and courtesy on the part of those officials. My office called them up. They said that they will return. They asked me to sit there. I was waiting for that captain. He didn't come. That kind of an attitude, it was already shown to the civilian in the morning, in the afternoon. So this is very unfortunate. I think the top army officers should take account of these complaints, and otherwise the image of the Indian Armed Forces, including the Indian Army, will be incident. We know that Sigi Jagazadani Laisam Kamal Babu Mangrid. And it happens 5 times before burning of houses. So I think so the Indian Army should take serious note of this. And then they should ask those officials on the ground the way they have conducted themselves. I think we need to take care of this one. Other atopamana police ka confrontation videos with the commando. Many of you are journalists, you must have seen why the establishment were confronting state police and others. That this is the hallmark since the beginning. Complete collapse of coordination of governance. So political nanging asaigi leadership ki bankruptcy to natanana. Officers on the ground, I think they should also be held responsible for the crisis. Because Indian law allows them, I am repeating this, section 131 of CRPC, and today it has become 150 of BNSS, where the army officers, commission officers are supposed to respond without even the order from the civilian authority, in public order, in and around that happened, and that houses were burned right there in their area. And they were trying to justify, hum nahi hota to lot of things. And don't give me this, they have been giving this. And a lot of Manipuri people unfortunately start saying that you leave, we will handle it with our club or our whatever, we will confront, we will try to save our life, we will try to save our property if you cannot save. He's a huge Indian army, you can't even protect 3 houses. How are you going to protect against the Chinese attack or Pakistani attack? That's a kind of a thing that people feel it. I also felt it. I'm saying this. And that impression is given not by the army as an organization in entirety, but certain units and certain officers are giving that kind of impression yesterday. That's very unfortunate. So it's the first thing that I must report. But please ask Fire Brigade what happened, why they were not allowed on time, why they were not informed, why there is no proper coordination between the police, and that these are serious questions that we must ask. Don't concentrate on Kuki and Maitai. Institutional accountability and official accountability is what we must. By focusing on Kuki and Maitai, we were losing this, the big elephant in the room. This administrative failure, this not able to take responsible and accountability on the institutional level. That is the major concern. Governance failure is where we must look at it. Otherwise, people are enjoying Naga, Kuki, Maitai, Kuki. I think far more than we must ask what's happening on the ground. Did you have intelligence input? Who gave the permission? Did you have intelligence input? Did you prepare properly precautionary measure to prevent that? Why not? After that happened, what had happened, the sequence, all these things, accountability must be fixed rather than talking about cookies and Maitais. That's the first thing that we should know from our, because otherwise you are going to deflect the real problem. Real problem is the bankruptcy failure of the Modi government and his surrogates here in Imphal, and these administrative machineries who have collapsed. These are more important than talking about Kuki, Maitai or Naga or Maitai. And I think that is where we must concentrate. That's what happened, and I hope that you will also try to do your own investigative report and expose these failures on the part of the. And very unfortunate that till yesterday, none of these ruling party MLAs and have visited that place. It's very, very unfortunate. You should also know that shows a particular kind of. That is one of the reasons some of these officials don't care about us, because you know that your political leaders are behaving like that. So it's very unfortunate, and that's what from our party side we will demand for institutional accountability or whatever happened since 2023. That's what we need to have it, and then including the political leadership, the government of India and the state government, they should be held responsible for whatever happened, to that in our state. That's from our side. Now I give it to Dubeyji to talk about. Instead of dealing with this problem, what this government is doing, all kinds of, they have PM cares, who doesn't care at one level. They've been swindling. It's from the bond to PM cares now. Chanda tak aa gaya. And so I think for that, Amitabh ji will talk about more of that.